This Doepfer MCV-24 wasn't booting properly, getting stuck at the warm reboot message. A cold reboot also failed after calculating the DAC tables, so I suspected the battery backup had failed. After opening the top panel, the problem was immediately obvious. One of the battery contacts had broken away, likely the result of shock or vibration during its adventure through the postal system. Judging by the solder on the contact, this isn't the first time this has happened. These types of solder tags are usually laser welded during manufacturing, so another repair job isn't a long-term solution. I decided a new battery was the way to go. To swap out the battery, a little more disassembly is needed. After disconnecting the mains power wires, the back panel is removed. The case is constructed in 4 parts, allowing the front panel to remain connected to the PCB for this minor operation. The main PCB is attached to the bottom panel using standoffs, so disassembly needs to be done with care. Despite the locking washers, a couple of the standoffs came loose and needed tightening a little. After locating the battery pads on the underside of the board, it's time for a spot of desoldering. I've set up my soldering iron next to my DIY filter to keep those nasty fumes away. It's a carbon filter attached to an old 12cm computer fan, in case you're wondering, and it works great. I'm using desoldering braid to wick away the solder from each of the pads. With good thermal contact, very little force is needed to carefully draw away the used wick. A few finishing touches later and the pads are ready for the new part. The new battery looks a little different, but the spec and footprint are the same. The battery goes in easily with enough friction to hold itself in place while the board is flipped over. Then it's just a case of soldering in the new part. I've used a bit of blue tack to stop the board sliding around while I do this. I like to keep PCBs clean, so a little deflux, a paper towel and some cotton buds work wonders for this. There, nice and clean. Here's the battery getting cosy with its new neighbours. Finally, the case is carefully reassembled in reverse order. There are a lot of screws, but this is quite straightforward. Good as new.